What an unbelievable adventure that would be, Speaking of the Titanic, awesome responses, to the movie. Even led one sitcom to spoof the story in its season finale. That sitcom, as you know, is NewsRadio. And as we also know, the cast of that show has been forever changed by its own tragedy. And that, of course, was the death of Phil Hartman. Today, the cast is back on the set filming a new season with new cast member Jon Lovitz. The return of NewsRadio. It's today's Inside Story. It's 2 p.m. Friday afternoon, and Jon Lovitz is shooting his second episode of NewsRadio. We're the first on the set for this historic season as Lovitz steps in for his friend of 14 years, the late Phil Hartman. This season opens with Phil's character suffering a fatal heart attack, and Jon Lovitz is hired as a new anchor. Cast member Andy Dick candidly admits the obstacles Lovitz now faces in the show.
He's in a very tough position because he's trying to fill, he's not supposed to be filling Phil's shoes, but that's how everybody looks at it.
Honestly, I didn't want to do it at first because I just didn't want to face the fact that he's gone. The show said they want you and you were his friend. And, even his mother thanked me for doing it.
Access Hollywood has been on the set of NewsRadio over a dozen times and witnessed the cast bond firsthand. We were also there for Phil's last episode on the show.
And at NewsRadio, we think big, big, big!
Lovitz was determined not to destroy this bond, so for his first time on the set, he had a plan. Co-stars Dave Foley and Vicki Lewis remember the emotional day.
He was late, and then he read a speech about Phil, and that he didn't intend to replace him, only to step into his place.
It was kind of nice, and it had a certain resonance for us to have somebody who knew and loved Phil as much as we did to take the job.
A new stage, a new crew, a new storyline. All help the cast of NewsRadio have a new, fresh outlook. Time moves on, they say, but for his co-stars, Phil's memory remains.
I personally just take comfort in the thought that I think, his soul is somewhere better now.
It's like losing, the big chief, the leader, the king. That's what he was.
We have this great ally who watches over us, and I think that gives us a warm feeling in our hearts.
The new season premiere of NewsRadio airs September 23rd on NBC. Jon Lovitz will show up the following week for episode 2.